What's up, you fucking fat fucks? Stated here. This is gonna be a Warlock exotic tier list for Crota's End Day 1 raid, and I guess it kind of applies to the rest of the game, but this is mainly for Day 1 raiding and endgame content like Master shit and above. So, before I start, I just made a list of the do not use exotics. I'm not even gonna bother going into these, just, you know they suck dick, so just don't use them. Let's get started then with Rain of Fire. Put them in A tier. I think they're better in modes that aren't with 6 people because you don't want to be Icarus dashing in front of your entire team with rockets, because that just sounds like a disaster waiting to happen. But they could have value still, so I can't really put them below A. Vesper of Radius, trash tier. I mean, maybe they could have use in lamps, but why would you use these when you can just throw a solar nade or a fusion nade or a waveframe GL shot and kill the thrall instead? So, get on well, trash tier. Sanguine Alchemy, trash tier. They have a use in very niche damage setups, but like it's just not worth. Trash tier. Starfire Protocol, I mean, could argue Z, but I'll put them in S. You still get 2 really broken fusion nades. Your fusion nades still passively charge 20% faster. You still get full class ability regen on nade kill, so like they're still insanely broken. The main thing with this though is don't get baited by Amp Rift, run Healing Rift or Phoenix Dive instead, and you just want to look to abuse Bomber and Reaper. That's the main point of it. Just abuse every time you throw a nade and you know you'll kill, just use your class ability. Also, Ember of Benevolence got buffed and it's really good with Starfire. Balladors, Shitweavers or whatever they're called, yeah, they're trash tier. Like, you're gonna have one Cold Comfort user on your team if they're dumb and not using Apex, and you're gonna switch off Well and pop a Stasis Super to buff them. Trash tier, don't use these please. Osmiomancy, I really want to put them trash, but if you can't, like if it's an immune enemy and you need to freeze them, there's value there I guess, so they're C tier, but sucks though. Stasis sucks dick. Nothing Manacles, trash tier. If you want an exotic, a nade exotic, just use Starfire and switch to Solar. Like, Nothing Manacles were goated in D1, but you're not cool, just go on Solar. What was next? Necrotic Grips. These are A tier, I guess, with the Strand rotation. I don't know if with the nerfs, maybe they move down to B, but I'll just put them A for now. I mean, if you have one Strand user, I guess it's fine, but it's fine. But I wouldn't use them, but I'll put them A. Ophidians, C tier. If using Strand, just use Necrotic. Getaway Artist, trash, just get off Arc, you fucking idiot. Controverse Hold, I mean, it's similar to Nothing Manacles, but I will put them C tier because the Void Nades, you can charge those up and they have value in lamps, I guess. So I'll leave them in C, but just go on well, like I don't get it, you're not cool. Aeons, they were Z until a certain exotic came out, now there's S. Breaking the ammo economy is always broken in this game, like think back to even D1 with Rune Wings, so they're S tier, just generate heavy, it's really good. Sun Braces are actually, for day 1, they're A tier. They have value in lamps, but you don't want to be playing the entire game, worry about getting a melee kill and like playing that mini game, fighting with teammates for kills. Like, it's just not worth it, especially in a 6-man activity where you have 6 or 5 other players to kill ads as well. Just switch off of these after lamps. Lamps will be really good in though. T-steps, B tier. They're just good for getting from A to B, from encounter 1 to 2, etc. Not much damage or anything like that involved, just getting from A to B. Geomags, just get off Arc, you fucking idiot. Swarmers, I don't know how they are with the threadling buff. I'll just put them in B to be safe. Maybe they're better than the Necrotics now, I don't know. I mean, I'll just put them both B, because Strand's giving up a well for Strand. Assemblers are actually A tier in my opinion. With the buff to Ember of Benevolence going from 200% regen to 400%, Thieves got it's got a lot better, and I think they have a lot of value in like bridge, for example. You pop them down, your teammates with the sword get a healing thing when they come across the bridge, stuff like that, and you can have perma rift up with the timer increase. So I would say they're A tier. Lunafactions are borderline Z, but I'll just put them S because a lot of stuff auto loads now, like reconstruction and hunters and stuff. They're still insane value though, and you can just click the loadout button and swap to them with surges on and other damage mods on, and you're set. Phoenix Protocol, it's A tier. Like super regen's not a problem anymore, but if you only have like 2 or 3 warlocks, you can just chain wells with this, like at the end of lamps, for example, on the bridge building encounter, or bridge building section of the encounter when you stand on that plate. Could have a lot of value there if you just need to chain wells over and over and just chill. Cenotaph, this is the moment we've been waiting for. It's broken ass fucking Z tier exotic. I don't know why that is to the game. It's just safe heavy gen, and you can stack them, so like you can have multiple Cenos. It's just, I don't know what they were thinking. Falantir is really good in solo stuff, but in a 6-player contest mode activity, just trash tier, don't bother. You have 5 other players that can debuff. You don't need to get a finisher. Verities, I mean, there's just too much variance in Verities to make them really worth using, so I'll just put in trash. But there could be a niche scenario. I would never bring them in trash. I have another world. It's just like flat cooldown reduction, so if you have nothing better, they're not terrible. You can run them with solar, so it's great. C tier. Just get off arc, please. Oh, the stag. Set tier. It's the most underrated exotic in the game by far. You have perma damage resist rifts for yourself and allies. Like when you die, God forbid you die in a stag rift somehow, you put another one on the floor, and coupled like Ember of Singeing, you just have perma rifts all day. You just can't die with it, and that's why it's so good. It's just a staple. I genuinely think it's Z tier. In like damage encounters, you can just swap to Lunas at damage. Pre-damage encounters, or add clear encounters, I guess. You can just use it, and it's so good. Arc, Void. That's it. I think this is pretty accurate, and I play the game, so I feel like my opinion's valid. Yeah, that's it. This is the tier list for day 1. Fatties.